Hi, this is Brent with Inside Audio Academy, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can recreate the Justice bass sound. We're going to try and keep this video under 5 minutes long, and we're just going to be focusing on the bass sound as you've seen in the title of this video. So the main sound on this bass is this Modo Bass VST plugin. Now, I'm aware that not everyone's going to have this, and because of that, we've created a free Kontakt instrument which you can download below, completely free. And it's basically the same sound which we've sampled from this plugin and put onto a free instrument using our effect chain here. So you can get this sound instantly. So it saves you all of the work. Now, for the other two instruments, there is Serum, which is just using a sub oscillator and this sine wave, very basic. You could do this with just about any digital audio workstation's free instruments. And then same for this Moog. So this Moog Model D. There'll be various software emulations of this, but just about every single digital audio workstation, Logic, Studio One, Ableton, they all have this, even Pro Tools, I think, and that's not a judge at Pro Tools. So anyway, let's have a look at these bass sounds. So if we group them together, let's have a listen to what they all add up to. Okay, so we'll stop it there. If we take away various elements, you'll hear how the sound falls apart when I take away the sub, when I take away the actual P bass, and the same for the Moog. So let's have a listen to what that does. So you should hopefully have a good idea of as to what instrument is doing and what sort of frequency response and space it's filling within the mix. So let's try and keep this under 5 minutes. The Modo bass, that is giving you that quack, the envelope filter sound, and all of the high mid information. The sub is obviously giving you the really low stuff that you'll feel on headphones and speaker systems which have the low end extension. And then the Moog here is actually doing sort of like a low mid, high mid region to also help with the bite that the Modo bass is doing. So if we look at each one, the Serum preset, which is also included as a free preset along with the Serum pad up here in the description. The Serum preset here is just a sub oscillator, down an octave, and a sine wave. And that is literally all that is. So let's have a listen. So you will need to be wearing headphones or listen on monitors to hear that, but very, very simple patch. It just helps fill out the lower end. And that is also got on its plugin chain. R-Bass gives it some artificial low end at 42 Hertz, and a compressor which is side-chained to the bus for Modo Bass and the Moog so that it doesn't conflict and get in the way, but it still supports that really, really subby low end. Now, the main thing in the bass sound with these Justice records is actually the distorted and quacky P bass or a jazz bass. It just depends. It could be anything really, but I've gone for this record. I've gone for the P bass that comes in here. Now, we've sampled and modeled this actual plugin chain and put it onto a Kontakt instrument for you to play. You could also drop the samples into another sampler if you don't have Kontakt, so there is no excuses for not being able to recreate the sound. Now, if we play the bass without the effects chain on, you'll hear what a dramatic difference it does. And with... So you're going to get that instant sound when you download that Kontakt instrument and the samples because it has all of these printed onto the samples. So let's have a quick look. We have this Marg EQ here. It's just getting rid of a lot of the low information and it's really cranking up a lot of these. The air gain, it's some pretty big moves here, but it needs it to really bring out the top end information. Then we have this Elysia Fills Cascade, which is given some distortion. The mix, by the way, on that is brought back quite a bit to 60 because it is pretty hardcore saturation. This new plugin from Arturia, which is fantastic, we've got it in like this envelope follower mode, and this gives it the quack. And then finally, we've got this new reverb plugin from Arturia, we've got this new reverb plugin from Arturia, the spring, and again, this is just putting it in a space because without this, it's actually quite dull and flat. With it. So it really does add character. So don't forget, you can put ambience and verb and delay onto bass. It just has to fit in context with the track. And then lastly, the Moog is just a pretty generic Moog patch. The oscillator range is set to 16 on these two oscillators here. And we have it given a little bit more of the growl and bite with the cutoff quite far open actually. And let's hear what that's doing. And just to wrap this up, the thing that is giving that such a distinctive sound is actually, yes, the Model D preset, but it's actually this chorus that's really, really widening the sound of it. So let's have a little quick listen without and with. So I'm trying to use that to actually spread the information of the bass, because remember, the bass is actually the main thing in this track. It's not any other instrument. I know there's a big pad in the background, but really with these Justice records, the bass seems to be really, really prominent, and that's what gives it that funk and that drive. So I hope you found this useful. Please hit the bell icon if you want to be notified when we do more videos, and download the free Kontakt instrument and the free Serum presets below in the description. They're completely free. So I hope that you got use out of this video, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.